My girlfriend's rich father gave me $20,000 to stay away from his daughter, so I turned it into $1 million and gave it back to him. I had only been dating my girlfriend Stacy for 2 months when this bombshell was dropped onto my head. Stacy is the richest girl in our college, and by that I mean her dad owns a dozen different businesses. But when I first met Stacy, it was because she needed help with a project for her finals. We were both paired up and naturally ended up spending a lot of time together. She was really sweet and kind, nowhere near close to the rich girl image I had of her before actually getting to know her. The homeless people around our campus knew her very well because she would always buy them meals, and she even had a secret handshake with one of the janitors. Anyway, once that project was over I didn't want to say goodbye, so I asked her out on a date, and to my surprise she actually agreed. While I'm not poor, I'm certainly nowhere close to the level of wealth of her family. So I thought she would put me down gently, but guess what? Our 1-month anniversary was the best party I've been to. We connected so well that I could literally see myself falling in love with her. That's why it hurt so much more when this happened. A few months ago I received a call from Stacy's father asking me to come visit him at his office. Once I got there, I was really intimidated by all the bodyguards and security, so I was pretty nervous when he finally called me in. I thought this was a meeting that all fathers do to meet their daughter's boyfriend, but I was dead wrong. The first thing he said to me wasn't a hello, but rather, "I don't want you dating my little girl." I was taken aback and went silent while he just continued, "I don't care what you think, you are nowhere near close to the standard that I'm looking for in a son-in-law. But I also understand that you're not just going to back off if I tell you to. So how about this? $10,000 is a lot of money for someone like you, and I'm giving you twice as much. Break it off with my daughter and never talk to her again." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This guy really pulled out a bag of cash just to bribe me into breaking up with my girlfriend. I found it really offensive and rude that he thought he could buy me like this, but I kept my mouth shut. I truly loved Stacy and wanted to spend my life with her, but I also knew it would be impossible to marry her without her father's blessing. So I wanted to impress him and show him that he was wrong about me. And his lack of respect for me had given me a brilliant idea. I left with the money and immediately called Stacy. I told her to trust me and that I'm not breaking up with her, but we need to go no contact for a few months. I said I will explain everything one day and asked her to wait for me, because I really loved her. She was suspicious of me and almost panicked, thinking that I was going to harm myself. But thankfully, after a bit of reassurance, she agreed to my proposal. From there on, I got to work. I downloaded an investing app to help me turn these $20,000 into millions. For months, I grinded the free lessons and earned in-game coins to buy stocks by competing in tournaments with other people about our investing knowledge. I even invited 5 of my friends to earn an extra $999 so that I could use it to buy more stocks and build up my money. To make things simpler for myself, I started auto-investing like top investors such as Nancy Pelosi and Warren Buffett, and I used all their stock charts to know what stocks were going to do well in the coming months. When my investments reached 6 zeros, I knew the time I had come. I cashed everything out, went to visit Stacy's father, and demanded a meeting with him. He let me, probably thinking the money he gave me ran out and I was here to ask for more. But the look on his face when I gave him a check for $1 million was priceless. I told him in clear words that I loved Stacy and no amount of money would be enough to keep me away from her, and he could take that check as a bribe for me to stay away from his daughter's love life. I didn't wait for a response and just left because I desperately wanted to see Stacy again. I called her and explained the situation, hoping that she'd understand. To my absolute shock, she said that her father had done this before and her first boyfriend had just taken the money. She was afraid that I would do the same, so it made her really happy to know the lengths I went to secure our future. Oh, by the way, after hearing that he did it again, Stacy has decided to cut her father off from her life. Anyway, I'll let you know when we have a date for the wedding. Edit, for everyone asking, the app is called Bloom. Learn to invest.